Has everybody had their coffee? Has everybody washed their belly buttons? Good morning. Oh,
Are you drinking your coffee? I thought I was going to have to snort my coffee grounds. And when I woke up, they were already an hour into dancing.
uh-oh.
I said, oh my.
I have decided that I need to go to bed a whole lot earlier because I have zero control over what anybody does after midnight. None
Right.
whatsoever. And the later I stay up, the later I wake up, and then my day is just out of whack. I'm just not have it.
What I need to do is stop falling asleep watching Alive because I'd be dreaming about those motherfuckers.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yup. Yup.
Um, yeah, I don't want involved.
Yeah.
Been left out of a lot of stuff,
Oh,
which is
good.
cool.
Good. As it should be. YouTube has a lot of good videos to fall asleep to.
I think that I think Florida Man still loves me deep down.
Really?
I do. You know why?
We don't want Beetlejuice, that little motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you why though. Post where he be where he be name dropping, he don't put me in it. I think that if he hated me that I'd be included, but I believe he still loves me deep down.
He's moved on.
Yeah, it's all right. Maybe I'll get a post today. Um,
He's stirred. Okay.
oh no, I don't think that. I don't think he's scared of anything.
I think there's so many of us. He has trouble some days. Many of us, and who's gonna go out?
I think that you know what too? You were in the last live, right, where I was talking to Petty with the shift that's happened with me, and thinking that having conversations and trying to is like brand new to so many people, that it like shocks people when I am agreeing to like work things out that you don't know what to do.
Um, your old way of working things out was not like that at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, as an example, that day when Shannon was in the box and I did a quick check-in, never in my life would I have ever even cared. And don't get me wrong, I don't care about that person. I think that person's done really bad stuff, but in that moment, I did care. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Hello.
People just don't know how to take me right now, I think. They're not used to. But to be honest with you, that Queenie and Unknown situation,
Anything, because she's always, big on do your research and watch the videos, etc. I think there was, I, and that's what she did. I really don't
yeah,
think she understood.
is hard about this app is I mean, everyone has their own opinions, I suppose, but for me, I think it is a misunderstanding, and I feel like it's easily, I mean, just a conversation, Moonbeam, like, it's just,
Hey, Hazel.
I get that, Holly, I do. Um, and boundaries are important, and I respect it. I mean, and I was talking to Kendra today, and I was like, I have to remember when he's like that, because I did the same thing to Kendra when she tried helping Shannon during her crash out.
Oh, thank you, Donna. You are too sweet.
Hi, Dawn. Um, that time that Shannon was having a breakdown and Kendra went over and tried to help. Remember?
Yeah.
I was pissed, so I get it.
Yeah. But that particular word can set off fires everywhere. And it's a polarizing word.
Generally, when generally I believe white people should be staying out of black people's business, and I think that that's between them. Now, if I be catching a YT person on this app, though, saying it, that's a whole different story. I will hold people in my community accountable.
I'll drag them by their top knot.
Exactly.
Hey, Brandon.
Exactly. But in that sense, with Queenie and Unknown, they got to deal with Queenie because that ain't none of my white ass business.
Hi, Mikey.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just unfortunate she chose that word and to go after Queenie like that. To just for fuel for her life because that's pretty much what it was.
I think that you think that though. Well, this
I
is just
do.
my opinion. This is just my opinion, okay, Moonbeam.
Okay.
I think that that is your first thought because we're used to people wanting to have arguments about nothing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I genuinely feel in this case, that it's a misunderstanding because the conversation had been flipping back and forth through people, and an Unknown thought that something was being said in her direction when it was to somebody else, just because the people in the story had. Does that make sense?
Did somebody fill her in? That
And that's another thing. That's a possibility. I think that there are common denominators
yeah.
that make situations worse.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And that's why I feel like if those two have a conversation and are able to talk about it without outside influence, that they can work it out, and Queenie can explain her side, Unknown can explain her side, and then they can move forward without fuel. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. Stop.
Mikey, you always keep it real, man.
What do you say?
Mikey said, I'm going to keep it 100. I don't like unknown.
I know you don't. I know. And listen, everyone has
Yeah, because she's dragging me one week and then seems to tolerate me the next. So,
I will say this about Unknown, and we had a very public argument. We had a very public argument. And to this day, if she hears anybody saying anything about me, she don't tolerate that shit. And I can't that's something I can respect. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just how you do with me, Moonbeam, just how Petty does with me. When it comes, like, for me, I don't know. I see those types of people as genuine people. I don't know.
Petty little turds. That's how I see. Petty little turds.
I love you too, Giggles. I love you not letting people be shit talking me in her presence and say my opinions. But I think that, I think that you're a good person. I think Petty's a good person. I think she's a good person. I feel like there are a whole lot of good people, Moonbeam, and then there are these fucking gremlins in the background that fuel shit to make the good people fight so that they don't all get together and be a force. Does that make together?
Oh yeah, gremlins. Not the
And
gremlins.
that's the problem.
The bridge trolls.
I'm trying to read comments. I'm so sorry. Peace, love, and happiness. Listen, I don't want to be telling too much about anything, but I do be feeling too much. And I'll tell you that this world sometimes is hard to be because it's very painful. I did a lot to protect myself from even my own emotions, but taking on others' emotions, it's a lot. This world can be an excruciating place, and it also can be a very beautiful place. We just have to find the beauty.
Yeah. What? Everybody's like that. Like
I wasn't either. I wasn't, Moonbeam.
some
I was
people would
hurting.
rather be under the bridge trolls, and
Yeah.
I feel like
I
just
was
leaving.
hurting. I was hurting and would take it out on other people, Moonbeam, because I decided, and it was a shift. Like when I went out, it did.
Definitely.
And I put my hands on it, is that we can see it in the thing. So he took a picture, and it's me. So and through the top of the tree, through me, right?
Oh wow.
And then the next picture was just me touching the tree. So I'm telling you, um, that was the moment that something happened. I promise.
I know, because even when I had something to say about it in my stupidity and ignorance, you were able to give me some grace and
Yes.
an explanation, and that would not have happened before.
No.
You would have set me on fire.
Moonbeam, I have never had this opportunity, and I wanted to go ahead and take it. I was very mean to you probably a year ago over other people, and
I know.
I'm trying to right my wrongs, and I think you're a great person, and I'm not who I used to be, and I think you know
Hey,
that. But I wanted to let you know that I am sorry because I was hateful to you. I am sorry.
in fact, I know I've forgiven you a long time ago.
Aww.
No, we just
But I wanted
blessed
you to know
all
because
those ugly feelings.
I just wanted to apologize because even though you forgave me, I needed to hear myself forgive you because I was being mean and you never did anything to me. I was just being a bully. And I apologize because I'm not that person, and I want you know that.
You're a
Well, that's all.
precious soul.
Hey, hon, it's all right. Everything is
And I want
forgiven, and you are more than welcome.
to I know, and I want everyone down there to know, stay another day times infinity. You're important. Even when days are hard, it's just going to be harder for other people if you're not here. And I love y'all. Hope y'all have a great day.
Love
Well, we love
you.
you too, honey.
Go ahead and tell her, Moonbeam, that she's forgiven and that you're a grouchy old bitch. Tell
Yes,
her.
sometimes I can be a grouchy old bitch. So there's that. Sometimes I can be sarcastic as hell. Like I'm meaning to be funny sarcastic, but a lot of people sometimes don't understand that.
Moonbeam is a grouchy old bully. You just fucking listen.
I'm a bog witch, okay? We'll
I
just put it.
love it. I love it.
Moonbeam, this is my first time in your panel, and I just wanted to say I love recipe time. I have took down all the recipes. I'm gonna make the pig candy this weekend. I know my kids are gonna absolutely love it, and I just wanted to come up here because Monster, you said it about the time I hit the request button. I think New Orleans changed you. I think you come back in your healer era. I think
Facts.
I think you come back in your healer era. I think that's why you are how you are now. You're like, you're like, I feel different. I'm reacting different, but I think that's what it is.
I think so
So,
too, babe. Yeah. Well, I did almost crash out yesterday,
Uh
and
oh.
you were there for that, and you were able to.
no, you did good. So that's all I wanted to say. But keep bringing the recipes and
I
Monster.
love you.
Keep healing with the light, girlfriend. And Jess, sending you lots of love, girl.
Okay, well, get your pens and your pieces of paper ready because I'm fixing to drop another one on you. It's
Okay.
it's a southern recipe, and if you are not from the South and you have never eaten it, I know folks over in the UK, some of them, they're like, oh my God, what is this? Okay, Bubbles, but you probably already know how to do this one, honey. You know how. Now, get you a sausage, mild or hot, whatever your taste buds want, okay? For two people with leftovers, cut it in half. Half of it you're gonna make into little sausage patties. Okay? Fry up the sausage patties. Set them to the side. The other half you're gonna crumble up and cook up. Drain that off. Set it to the side, but reserve a tablespoon of the sausage grease, the oil that's going to come off it, okay? You're going to need biscuits for this recipe. You can use the canned biscuits to start, okay, Lucy, and we'll learn how to make homemade biscuits at a later date. But you can use the canned biscuits. So you're going to need your canned biscuits. When those get done, cut them in half, leave them open. Okay, so now we're going to make sausage gravy. This is the good part. You're going to need milk, you're going to need flour, you're going to need salt and pepper, and at least a tablespoon of the sausage grease. Y'all ready? Okay, here we go. In a frying pan, you're going to have the grease heated up. You're going to take a cup or two of milk, kid, just for a minute, and you're going to put 2 tablespoons of flour in that milk. And you're going to stir it around with a fork and get all the lumps out. If you have one of those small little whisks, use that. Even better. Okay. When the sausage grease is bubbling, yeah, no clumps. No clumps. When the sausage grease is bubbling, it's about a tablespoon and a half. You're going to pour the milk and the flour into the pan with a whisk. Stir, stir, stir. Put about a teaspoon, maybe less than a teaspoon of salt, because you're really not going to need it. But you're going to put at least a teaspoon or two of pepper in there. Now, the flour is going to thicken this, okay? The gravy is going to be like a white gravy because we're using milk and flour, okay? Have your jug of milk right next to it on the stove, but don't melt it. As it thickens up, keep using that whisk and add more milk to it, because this will go pretty fast when it starts thickening up. And at a certain point, after you've added about slowly, after you've added about 2, 3 more cups of milk to the mixture, yeah, you got to eyeball it. It's going to thicken up and it's going to reach a point where you can take it off the heat because you'll think it's a good consistency for gravy, right? Then you want to add the pepper and add the crumbled up sausage to this gravy mixture, right? Keep stirring it around. And when it looks ready for you, for your taste, and when it's thick, some people like a little bit thinner gravy, some people like it thick. That's when you take it off the heat and you start ladling it over your biscuits that you've prepared already, that you cut in half. And so you've got your sausage and your sausage gravy and your biscuits right there on the plate. Some people like having that kind of breakfast with scrambled eggs and cheese. So make you some of them too, honey. And there you will be full all day and you'll be happy. There, that's the end of the recipe. And I'm going to make that probably tomorrow.
Well, I don't eat a lot of food, but that sounded kind of good.
It is good though, I swear.
Yeah, I've taught myself to not really like anything. I'm on a diet.
Oh, okay.
But that was beautiful.
Bubbles, that's good comfort food.
It is. Kendra will be right over. Um,
And I can't say what I was getting ready to add. I forgot. I can't say that because
uh-uh.
Monster will hurt me.
What? What? You don't say that.
That's what I said. I called myself Monster.
Does it have to do with chicken?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking
Uh-uh.
god, you weird bird eater,
Uh-uh.
sis. You bitches be eating birds. You're
All right.
weird.
Well, Monster, I've got something for you, honey.
Oh
It's
god.
no, it's my go-to for lunch when I don't feel like doing anything else. I have I put a handful of mixed green salad on a plate with tomatoes. I cut up an avocado. I put it on there. Crumble some blue cheese. Uh, maybe some sliced mushrooms and all the things. And I put some olive oil
Mm-hmm.
and some wine vinegar
Yeah.
over that, and maybe some toasted ciabatta bread. And it's the best lunch ever.
You know, I really don't be liking blue cheese, but I can get down on some feta. I love
But
feta on salad.
any kind of a cheese, because that's your dairy right there.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, certain vegetables have protein, believe it or not, y'all.
Oh yeah, chickpeas. If you have them, put those on there too. It'll be the
You know,
best lunch ever.
those soybeans that you get at the before you get your sushi, those have protein.
Edamame. I have edamame in the freezer right now.
Yep.
All you do is warm it up in the microwave, and then sit there and go to town on it.
Well, don't not the microwave. Don't
No,
be using. Listen here. You forgot to tell the most important part of the gravy, Moonbeam.
Did I?
Yes, you have to be using a cast iron skillet.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I have a steel skillet.
Okay. Just as
Works
long as
really good.
y'all aren't cooking with aluminum.
No, there's no aluminum. No
No
aluminum
aluminum
in
and
that.
no fucking microwave. This is why everybody's sick. Because people be eating birds, because people be using a microwave, and because people cook with aluminum fucking I'm telling y'all, if you cut out bird, stop using the microwave and don't be using aluminum to cook your food. You're going to feel so much better. I promise. Just
Oh,
listen.
okay.
And in all honesty, gravy is better cooked in a cast iron skillet.
It
Facts.
always is. It always is. And so is cornbread.
Yes.
I mean, you can make cornbread in the little muffin tins, make individual, but it's so much better in a cast iron skillet.
But now mom has the cast iron, uh, it's the long cornbread muffin things that actually look like corn. Has a little design in it that looks, when you take it out, it kind of looks like an ear of corn on one side.
Oh, I love those.
And then she has the round muffin that has the little indents all the way around it
Uh-huh.
that you make the cornbread in. And that is some good stuff.
And listen, if y'all happen to run across cast iron anything in a garage sale or whatever, and it's looking kind of rusty dusty, let me tell you what you can do. Buy First of all, buy it. Second of all, bring it home. Uh, Even the worst cast iron skillet I have ever seen that's been so gross. If you have a fireplace, start a fire and put it in the fireplace, and it'll burn off all the junk. If you have a fire pit or something in the backyard, you can
I
put it in
do.
and it'll burn off all the junk. And then to re-season a cast iron skillet, you coat it in oil lightly, put it in the oven on 300 degrees, and leave it in there for about 2 hours.
Yep.
Um,
And you got
this,
a brand new shiny cast iron skillet or whatever.
Listen,
yep.
you should have seen my face. My husband was, gonna try to do something nice for me and wanted to do the dishes one time. And you should have seen my face when I walk in and he's getting ready to put my fucking cast iron in the soapy water.
Oh,
And listen, you've seen me crash out on this app before. When I tell you, I almost dropped everything I had in my arms to run over to save. It was like something was about to be unalived or something.
yeah. You
Uh,
don't use soap and water on your cast iron because it's iron and it will cause it to rust. But if that happens, make sure you rinse it off real good. Coat it in some Crisco. Put it in the oven on 300 degrees for a couple of hours, and that'll re-season it. And
that's
that's what
fine.
you do when you get the cast iron from brand new from the store. You When you get it brand new, coat it in the oil, put it in the oven on 300 degrees for about 2-3 hours, and you're good to go. Start cooking in it. So
Um,
how you clean it? If it needs cleaning, put it in the sink with just hot water, scrub it real good, and then after that, dry it off real good, coat it in oil, put it back in the oven on 300 degrees for a couple of hours, and you're good to go if your cast iron gets messy.
well, this is what I do. If when my cast iron needs to be cleaned, I fill it with water, not very much, like maybe 2 inches of water, where the mess is,
Yeah.
and then I take it and put it back on the stove,
Yeah. You can
and
cook
I
it.
heat it all the way up to where it starts boiling.
Right.
And then I take it back to the sink and scrub all the stuff off of it,
Right.
because that boiling will lift all of that stuff off of your pan. And then after
Sure.
that, I scrub it out real good. No soap, y'all. Do not use, because that Dawn dish soap will take off all your season.
Yeah.
um, to be honest with you, the more you cook with it, you want the stuff that's coming off of your food to it's almost an extra season. It's a little spice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, so anyways, so I fill it with a little bit of water, boil it, then I take it back to the sink, clean it out, and when it's still wet, I put it back on the stove to dry it.
Right.
And then when it's dry, you turn the stove off and leave it to cool. And then I take oil on a paper towel and I wipe it down, and then I put it away.
And if you see what looks like cast iron, but it does not weigh 5 pounds when you pick it up,
Yeah.
don't buy that lightweight stuff that looks like cast iron.
It's aluminum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the real thing. A cast iron is going to be heavy. And to
Yeah.
redeem myself on my almost slip up, that gravy that Moonbeam was talking about is really good with fried pork chops.
Oh yes, it sure is. It sure is. And listen, if you make fried pork chops and you don't have any gravy, here you go. When your pork chops get done, uh, drain everything off except for about a tablespoon and a half of the oil, and get that heated back up, and do it just like you did the sausage gravy. Put 2 cups of milk and 2 tablespoons of flour in a bowl with a whisk. You're going to whisk all the lumps out, get it nice and smooth. And then when the oil is heated up, pour that into the pan, uh, a pinch of salt and pepper to taste, and have your milk jug ready, because it's going to thicken up quick. And just pour like a half a cup of milk at a time in there until it gets to a point uh, where it's the consistency of the gravy that you like in your house.
Right.
And it'll have the flavoring of the pork chops.
We can, Mikey. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes, we can.
we should all go out to dinner, y'all.
I'm saying. That made me giggle.
Right, right, exactly right. Now, if you want brown gravy instead, what you do is you put the flour into the oil directly and use a whisk, and you're going to whisk it around. The oil will soak up the flour, and keep whisking it around on a medium heat, and the flour will begin to darken. And when it gets to the shade that you want for your gravy, then you start adding the milk that way. Okay? And that will make brown gravy. I promise. I know that's how you start a roux. I know. I didn't grow up in Mississippi and not learn nothing.
Listen, I have a whole cauldron outside.
Girl.
That's the outdoor cauldron, and it's literally like, let's see, I'm trying to compare it. So, you know how flower pots are like 10 inches across?
Uh-huh.
This cast iron freaking cauldron is probably about 50 across.
Oh,
Huge. And that's where the outdoor spells are, like during summer rituals and whatnot.
gracious.
That is my most powerful piece of cast iron I own is the outside cauldron.
Good gracious. Gigi, you're gonna have to come tell us how to make the tomato gravy, because that is something that we did not. I think we just had that one time when I was growing up, and we were so used to my great grandmother's regular gravy that as kids we just weren't a fan. So I don't think she attempted it uh, after that. So Gigi or somebody's gonna have to tell us how to make the tomato gravy and make it real good, like Justin Wilson made tomato gravy.
And listen, if you all have the space or the ability to dig you out a hole in your yard and place brick around or cast iron cooking utensil
Ooh, girl.
like that, like back in the day, that live like you're camping. You know what I mean? Make
For
your
real.
space outside a magical ass space. Just dig you a hole and cook outside. And it's don't be using barbecues and weird ass chemical filled charcoal pieces.
Uh,
Collect some fucking wood.
request a box, honey. Mississippi girl. There you go.
Do people realize, Moonbeam, how much added chemicals that goes into their foods that when you cook with fucking propane and all that shit?
Probably not. Probably not.
I'm telling you guys, I could save you guys from all getting really, really sick.
Yup. Yeah, Teflon. It's bad news. Bad news. Everybody was cooking with Teflon at one point.
That's why everybody has.
Uh,
No, go ahead.
Yeah. And then when it starts flaking off, forget about it.
Girl. That stuff comes off into your body and stores in your. I know I sound crazy. I know it. I know that I sound like one of those people that's scared of stuff, but I'm telling you, it's rational.
It's true. Not everything that these companies come up with is good for us.
You don't sound crazy at all, Monster. My nephew works for a chemical company down on the Gulf Coast, and he says the same thing.
I'm saying, just tell him, Mississippi girl, dig you a hole with some fucking
Mm-hmm.
bricks, collect some wood, and be cooking outside. That I'm telling you guys that what we are doing to cook our food is killing us. I
Yep,
promise you.
Yep.
you're right.
And those
Well, I
black
came up.
pills that are so popular. I mean, what is that? What is
Mm-hmm.
uh-uh.
I'm going to live to 180 years old and I'm going to be walking around still being like, I told y'all.
True. Well, I came up to tell y'all how to make tomato gravy.
Yes,
Okay.
let's hear it.
Here for it.
Okay. When we make our pork chops, fried pork chops, we have to have tomato gravy and biscuits. But growing up, we had to have rice or potatoes and gravy and biscuits with every meal. But since I've learned to eat better, but my boys do request tomato gravy and fried pork chops. Do quite a bit. Chops makes it so yummy, and I do this in a cast iron skillet. And then, like you said, you sprinkle your flour over your grease. If you have too much grease, it's not good. If you have too much oil or grease in there, take some out, just where it's like a light bit over the bottom of the skillet. Sprinkle your flour and your salt and pepper, and like Moonbeam said, whisk it, whisk it, whisk it, so you don't have any lumps and it starts to brown. I almost leave the flour sitting for a little bit until it starts to brown, and then I start whisking and just get it. It cooks that flour and get it just however brown you want it. And then instead of adding milk or anything like that, sometimes I put milk in my tomato gravy, but normally I just pour like a can, maybe 2 cans of tomatoes in there. You can use fresh tomatoes that you've canned yourself, or you can buy canned diced tomatoes at the store. Dump that in there, and it's going to start bubbling. So you want to turn it down, and it's going that flour is going to start getting really thick. So turn it down, and then add some water, and just keep adding water and whisking and stirring until you get it to the consistency of gravy you like.
And a pinch of pepper to taste.
Yes, yes, and a pinch of pepper to taste. That makes it phenomenal. You don't want to put too much salt, especially if you use canned tomatoes, because you know they've already got sodium in them. And I don't like to cook with a lot of salt. I like people to season with the salt as if they want it. I just try to stay away from too much salt.
Me
But I do
too.
put, yeah, I put a little in there, but boy, that pepper really, really knocks it up. But that's
Ooh.
just what I wanted to tell y'all. It makes it so
Well,
good.
well, I'm gonna have to make some now.
Yes,
That
and try it
sounds
on
too good to
biscuits too,
miss.
girl. It's so good on biscuits.
That sounds too good to miss.
I know, right?
I have to be warning you guys about one more thing before I hop down. If you go somewhere and you take your stuff to go, or you make an order and they give you stuff to go, and they put your food in styrofoam,
Ooh.
you do not eat that,
Mm-mm.
because when you add hot food to styrofoam, it heats up and it releases chemicals into your food, and then
Yep.
you eat it, and then I'm telling you, styrofoam is poison.
Yep.
Aluminum is poison.
Yep.
Anytime you put your food into things and it heats up like that, you are consuming the chemicals that are made into that product.
You
And that
sure
stuff
are.
gets stored into your brain and causes Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yep. And
No styrofoam.
you get sick and wonder why.
Okay, I'm done scaring everybody. I'm gonna hop down. I love y'all. Bye.
You too. Yeah, I was listening to the commotion last night and sitting here eating sushi. That's what I was doing. Yeah, old Tupperware. Some people collect the Tupperware and everything, but just remember, it's all plastic. It's cute, but it's plastic. And back in the day, uh, the Tupperware canisters. Oh gosh, I had the little Tupperware hamburger squasher maker thing. Yes, Lord, I had it all.
In the South, those Tupperware parties, those were the things to
Probably
go to.
all my Tupperware is probably still in my ex mother-in-law's cabinet. Oh Lord. The Tupperware parties in the South, the premier jewelry parties in the South. I still got a premier ring somewhere.
And the home interior.
Oh Lord, save me from the home interior.
My house used to be full of that mess.
Oh my goodness.
They did have some pretty things.
They did. But I tell you the truth, since I left Mississippi and left, sent a whole bunch to one of my daughter's family heirlooms and things. But now my house is decorated a la Facebook Marketplace. So it looks like uh, a grandma's house, I guess.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I do love me some Facebook Marketplace. You can find some good things.
Oh my God. I just got 4 new to me kitchen chairs
Oh, wow.
For $35, all four of them. Only had to drive 20 minutes.
Wow, $35 for four. That's awesome.
I know. I like them. They're cute.
I bet.
Now my table doesn't quite match anymore because the tabletop is a different color wood than the chairs are, but I really don't care.
There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do that nowadays.
Thank
All right. Well, I'm going to hop down. I just want to tell y'all how to make tomato gravy, and y'all need to try it. It's delicious.
you. Thank you. I got my bed off of Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Cool.
when I first moved here, I went to the Rent Center as po folks do,
Yep.
and got the cloth covered headboard and all the things, and then it was probably about 5 years later I saw this antique. Whoops! I'm trying to set y'all up on my table. This antique four-poster bed. It's
Oh,
like it's the measurements don't exactly add up to a full size. It's a little bit bigger than a full size, but it's not a queen size bed.
huh.
And it's probably about 80 years old, maybe.
Oh, wow.
It's a four poster.
That
And
sounds nice.
yes, Lord. And I got a mattress off of Amazon, came in a box, weighed about
Mm-hmm.
500 pounds.
My son just got one off Amazon, and he loves it.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know why mattress stores are still in business selling those expensive mattresses. Because
I know
listen,
it.
I got the best one in the world for $250.
Mm-hmm. He said it's very comfortable. He got a king size, and he loves it.
They are. I just got make sure you get the 12-inch mattress
Mm-hmm.
at least. Get a good
Right.
thick one. And not a purple mattress either, because you'll end up being itchy.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I'll be darned.
The one I got has some inner springs in it. I
Oh,
forget what they call it, but it does. They make a hybrid mattress is what I
yeah.
have.
Okay. Sounds
And
nice.
it is, and best mattress in the world.
Yeah, he got some off brand.
He's not lying. I can vouch for that. Store to save my life. I don't know why Mattress World is still a thing.
I don't
Uh,
either. My other son swears it's money laundering
I've heard that rumor
because
too.
there's so many on every, there's one on every corner just about it.
Listen, there's two of them, probably 2 miles away from each other,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and I just don't get it. Like why?
I
Like
know.
who
I don't either.
selling to? But listen, when they have the Amazon Prime days and all, yeah, go over there and get you a mattress.
Yeah, I
Shoot,
agree.
it'll come in a box. It'll weigh about 500 pounds. It'll weigh itself, but yeah, it's worth it. It is so worth it. It's what you want to go for, and you'll use it for years.
It's
Years.
true.
Yep. Quiet Grandpa is here. Quiet Grandpa, I see you coming in a lot, and you never ever say anything. Quiet Grandpa.
All right, I'm gonna be down in the chat. Thank y'all for the gifts. I don't even know who sent them, but thank you.
Oh,
And
they're so sweet.
that's sweet, isn't it? But I'll be down in the chat, and you have a good day, Moonbeam.
You too, honey.
All right, bye bye.
Thank you for the recipe.
You're welcome.
Well, y'all, what are we gonna do today? We've talked recipes. We've talked mattresses. We've talked cast iron. What else is there can we talk about today? Oh, my coffee's done. We just, I'm telling you, BK, when it comes to, when Amazon Prime days roll around again, run to Amazon and find you a 12-inch thick hybrid mattress. You won't be sorry. I promise you. Let me get my coffee fixed. Ooh, I'm on my second cup. I told Petty I was going to talk about his shopping habits. So here we go. Did anybody see Petty's video yesterday? He went to the commissary and bought cups of noodles and ramen, and I don't know what he was trying to make with that. Did anybody else see it? Because he was being so silly. Oh, I want a Dutch oven too. I don't have one. Well, I have one, but it's just for show. It's in the shape of a pumpkin, but it's cream colored. Oh, that was Amber? Well, somebody went to the commissary and bought some strange things. And I want to know what they made with them. With all that strange commissary food. I'm just nosy as all get out today. Wrong times. Somebody tell me something good. Oh, honey. You better get it out and start using it. Tell me something good. Oh, yeah, you can make some bread, some good bread in those. Shoot, yeah. Oh, Liz, I've heard that those make you itchy, the purple mattresses. Wait, where did Bubbles? Oh, congratulations, Bubbles. Bless it. Oh, well, let's all hope Bubbles' result says go home quickly.
Well, I didn't mean to hit the request button, but is it too loud background?
You're fine.
Yeah. Now, if my results come back and I wouldn't have to stay, that would be the best. Because I was supposed to have Activase put in. It's like a clot buster.
Oh.
But it seems like every time you have to do that, well, a lot of the times, then all of a sudden your port will draw. And I was like, oh, look at it go. I was so excited. But in 2.5 years, I've only got to leave once. And I still could have stayed and got a magnesium dose. But so I'd like to just go on home because it's rainy and gross outside.
Uh-oh.
We shall see. We shall
Supposed to
see.
stop raining here yesterday.
Thank you, guys. I'm debating on if I want to go live. I woke up at I think it was like 5:30 this morning, and Smash was still on. I was surprised.
What in the world? Well, I woke up
Had
at.
unknown and that guy in the box.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. Here, Steph, I will gladly send you ours. We got flooding everywhere.
Oh no.
I'm debating on it, Myra. I will either do that or I will nap. One of the two, but I might go live. I
Ace
brought my.
doing text messages. Good gracious. Well, he's giving his phone number to everybody in the world.
I mean, he got it changed, but he's already handing it back out.
I know. He's
I
being
heard,
so good.
oh, poor Witty Roomba, I guess, did fall off and relapse. I heard her this morning. It's
Oh, yeah.
sad. It's sad. I hate seeing anybody struggle. I don't care who they are.
It
But,
is a struggle.
mm-hmm.
But,
Naps are the best, Myra, except when you're in hospital, because then you don't never get a nap. I can actually nap here at the infusion center better than I can sleep if I'm admitted,
do you take a
because you're in there,
you
huh?
take a blanket and a pillow?
No, Every now and then, if it's cool, I'll get a blanket, but nah. Yep.
Gee, I'll be up there with a blanket and a pillow every time.
I take a snack occasionally when they be offering me. Well, they always offer me something, but every now and then I might have a. If they have a good dessert and they're offering it up, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take a piece of that cake.
Life is short. Eat dessert first.
That's right. Hey, did you know stressed spelled backwards is desserts?
There you go.
Yes. I never heard of tomato gravy. I'm gonna have to.
What?
I don't want. I can't. No, I can't eat tomatoes anyways. But
Oh,
I bet
okay.
my mama probably has heard of it, but she would probably like it. And I don't like bread pudding, but she loves it, so I need to learn to make
What?
it for her.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got to search up a good bread pudding recipe for you.
Yes. Did someone say cake? Yes. Never say no to cake. No matter what the question is, the answer is always yes to cake.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of, I have to find a good
Thank
bakery cream icing for
Mmm.
a special sponge cake. I think it's gonna have whipped.
Yum.
Um, it's I've been looking at Swedish princess cake.
What is
It's
that? I heard someone mention that. What the hell is a Swedish princess cake?
basically it's a layered sponge cake um, that's got 2 layers in it. So you bake like a sponge cake. You bake it. And sponge is not an angel food cake. Sponge cake is sponge cake, and it's real big over in the UK. So you bake a sponge cake, and you cut it into thirds. On the bottom third, you spread a fruit spread. Now you can either make your own with some frozen raspberries or strawberries or blackberries. They use frozen raspberries on their sponge for the Swedish princess cake. So on the bottom third, you spread a fruit spread. And on top of that, you put some of the cream, the bakery cream, like whipping cream, but it's more of an icing whipping cream. And then put a little sponge on top of that, and then on the next layer, do the same thing. the fruit spread, and then the cream that goes in the middle, and then over the top you put some cream. Or if you have some more fruit spread, put that too. Put the rest of your fruit spread and then cream on top of that. And mound it up on the top. So it's like, it looks like half of a basketball, basically. When you so you want to curve it on the top. And then over the top of that, they put like a marzipan. They would call it. Y'all know how they make wedding cakes now. They don't use the royal icing. They don't use the soft icing. They use the stuff that you roll out and put over the top. Well, that's what they do with the princess cakes. But you know it's a Swedish princess cake because the color of it is pale green. Yeah, fondant. That's it. They call it marzipan over in the UK and stuff. So you put it's pale green, and then you decorate it with like icing sugar flowers. You put like either one on the top or three on the top, and then you kind of decorate it. And the way the cake is done, the sponge and the fruit spread and the whipped cream stuff that goes in the middle, the way it's done with the pale green fondant over all of it and decorated. Just
Sheila.
28.
just Google Swedish princess cake, or even on TikTok, just search for princess cake, and there you go. And it looks so good, and it's so pretty. So now, of course, I want to make one. We've had our cake talk this morning. Does anybody have anything they don't know how to make, they want to learn to make? Just ask them.
I'm making that tater tot casserole tonight, or whatever you called it.
Yeah, girl, it's a tater tot
All right. Sheila, you're on right here in 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I asked you what that cake was, and I was in the waiting room. And some lady, I literally moved so I wouldn't look like a ding dong because I usually don't talk. Hey, Deb, how are you?
Do I need to stick you?
No, my port's access.
You dropped something.
My results aren't back yet, though. Can I set this in that end?
Wherever you want to, honey.
Anyways, I was out there and I moved so purposely so I wouldn't look weird like I was talking to myself. Yeah. And yeah. And some lady all of a sudden goes, "Have you ever heard of Oreo lasagna?"
What? You got recipes on. Get it quick.
Because it says vegetable activate.
It gave blood, so I don't need
So
to
you did.
activate. Yeah.
Okay, so gotcha. So no worries about that.
No.
Right? Okay.
Hey,
Excuse me.
I just got in a chair, Sarah. Gotta wait on my results. But I'm going to jump down for now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Y'all, fried green tomato season is almost upon us. And if y'all have never had fried green tomatoes, you got no flipping idea what you are missing. And you need to get them from the farmer's market or from some little vegetable stand by the side of the road. Don't ever buy tomatoes, the big tomatoes. Don't buy those at the grocery store because they taste like cardboard. They taste like nothing. Cherry tomatoes for your salad, that's different. That's different. Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you, Bubbles. I love you too. But listen, the fried green bundt cakes. Yes, Lord, we can make bundt cakes. I got a pound cake recipe that'll put you in a diabetical coma. Honey, fried green tomatoes are just the best. And fried eggplant. If you're wondering what to do with eggplants at the store, how do you make it? First of all, you slice them up. And then you drain them on paper towels, okay? Before you bake or fry eggplant. Slice them up, put them on paper towels, put a little sprinkling of salt over them, and let them drain for a couple of hours to get all the excess liquid off. And then they will bake up or fry up just perfectly every time. But you got to make sure you drain them, because otherwise there'll be too much liquid. Way too much liquid. And you don't want that ruining your dish. Ooh, ranch dressing, can't go wrong. I like ranch with, not gonna lie, I like ranch with pizza. I will dip my pizza in ranch all day, every day. Now you're hungry. Ooh, we got a Little Caesars in town. That's my favorite pizza. Fried pickles, oh my gosh. We used to get fried pickles at the fair every year, and there was one particular restaurant that we could go to that made a mean fried pickles. They were so good. Ooh, child. I'm missing a good Greek restaurant here in town, because we used to have, there's one that's been in Jackson for years and years. Oh, deep fried Oreos. I am marked safe from the deep fried Oreos right now, but oh, don't you know they're probably good. They've been deep frying Twinkies and everything. I tell you what, at a Southern fair, they will deep fry anything. Anything. Like, you don't go to the fair to lose weight. But that's the whole thing. Every September, the Mississippi State Fair comes to town. Ooh, homemade hummus. Goodness. And y'all know what hummus is, right? Oyster casserole. Sis knows. Please get me the recipe if we can have it. If your mama will share. Yeah, hummus is chickpeas, ground up chickpeas with spices. Cause yes, girl, I'm missing oyster casserole because the ex's grandma, and it was my favorite thing. She put a can of oysters, uh, um, shredded cheese, all the things she put in a crock pot. Man, and I loved it. It's an acquired taste, but I loved it. I look forward to that every year. And then one Christmas I got so sick I couldn't go. I had oh gosh, I had sinus infection. I had the flu. It was all at the same time. I was so sick. Boy, I was just laying in the bed thinking I was going to just be unalive, not survive it at all. And this was when the kids were little, and he had to I made him take the kids to his mom's house down the road because I was afraid they'd get sick at Christmas. And they didn't. It kept them from getting sick at Christmas. But boy, I'll never forget him leaning over me in the bed. He was standing there and he leaned down and he growled at me, "You have ruined Christmas this year." Oh, Lord. And now he's somewhere getting all gross all by himself. Tell you what. Red eye, the tomato gravy, BK, is that what you're talking about? No, red eye gravy's got in it, I think. Mississippi girl came up and tomato gravy. Is that what red eye gravy is? Coffee gravy? A jelly cake. Oh, country ham. No, we hadn't had a lesson on that yet. We have not had a lesson on. Oh, it's not the same. Okay. Lolo, honey, I couldn't move. I was so sick. I think I went to the hospital 3 times that year. They even did a spinal tap. They were afraid I had meningitis and everything. I was so sick. Oh, yellow cake with apple jelly. Okay. PPO, child, that's just one of the many reasons why I'm sitting here happy by myself with my 3 dogs and my yarn. I just refuse to subject myself to any more nonsense from any more them kind of folks. I'm just not gonna have it. Well, I guess I got to the point where, yes, Lord, yeah, I'm telling you. And I don't know about y'all, but one thing I remember that really just grossed me out was he was a mechanic. Okay, that's an honest living. He was a mechanic, but I'm telling you, washing his socks and underpants, oh my God, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Okay, don't miss it. Now, can you imagine? Because he's older than me. No, indeed. We not washing here, little mama. We just not gonna have it. They can wash themselves or get the hell out.
Moonbeam, the red eye gravy. Once you fry up a slice of country ham, you leave all the grease and any fixings, in there, any little pieces, and then you pour in like a half a cup, 3/4 cup of hot, strong coffee, and you just stir it all in there and let it get good and hot. Let ham and eggs and stuff.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay, so
Yeah.
leave the drippings in coffee, and that's all there is to it.
Yep. Just put it in there and scrape the pan and stuff and get all that good stuff out of the, where you've cooked your ham, and just let it all come to a boil, and then pour it. You put it, over your country ham.
I'm gonna have to try that sometime.
Yeah, Dad always loved it. Now, usually if I fix country ham, I just do the country ham. And I don't make the gravy, but I mean, a lot of people do like it. So, but
I
I don't
think
have country ham really, except for maybe at Christmas time because it's too salty and I don't
Mhm.
want my blood pressure going through the roof. But
No.
but it is good eating.
Every
So,
time I listen, my doctor looks at me, and I go see him twice a year, just for once for a full physical and once for a 6 month checkup and blood work and stuff. And he always gives me the side eye about my blood pressure. And I have to remind him, one, I'm chronically ill. Two, I'm always in pain. And three, coming to the doctor makes people nervous anyway. So don't be looking at me about blood pressure pills.
well, mine's usually high when I first get in there, and then they'll take it later and it's in the perfect range, so they don't yell at me very much. But now I was at the heart doctor one day just for an annual checkup, and the girl came in with one of them machines and took it, and I mean it was above stroke level. And I told her, I said, I don't think that machine's right. And so she took it in the other arm, and it was still above stroke level. And she said, well, the doctor will probably check it again when they come in. Well, the doctor come in. She looked at my blood pressure. She said, "What is going on with you?" I said, "I think something's wrong with the blood pressure machine." She said, "Let me see." So she took it regularly with the cuff and everything, and her listening to it. And in one arm, and she went, "Hmm." And that's all she said. And she took it in the other arm and she went, hmm. I said, what the hell does the mean?
Yeah, right?
And she said, honey, it's perfect in both arms. She said, I'm going to put it in your chart not to take your blood pressure no more with those machines because I don't think it takes it right.
Oh,
I said, well, apparently not. I said, my blood pressure has never been what it was reading with those machines this morning. I said, I was about ready to go to the emergency room myself.
good gracious.
But so yeah, those machines don't always work. But I don't know. So anyway, fix you some red eye gravy sometime.
I will. I certainly will. I don't want to go out this world without taste testing some of everything. That's the way I feel about it. Be curious. Be curious about everything around you. Be curious about the whole world. Be curious with food. I mean, we only go through this place once, Make the most of it. Do all the things. Taste all the things. Do as much as you can. If you're young and before you start your any kind of a life that you think you have planned, go travel for a year. Go do something. Shoot, yeah. You can go teach in China. You can get certifications. They have programs for teachers. Teachers in Japan. If you're interested in Japan and all that, they have places for English teachers all the time, all the time. And most of the schools over there, um, housing is provided. It's it's part and parcel of the package. So yeah, shoot, yeah, just go and do that for a year. You don't have to stay, but check out the world. Ride all those bullet trains. go to the onsen. That's like a weekend spa getaway. You know, eat all the things. You know, the moon cakes and the all the seafood that's over there. Like I don't know, I didn't know where wasabi came from. Did y'all know it's a plant? It's a plant that in Japanese food where they have that extra spicy hot green paste. It's a plant. Comes from a plant. I had no idea, no clue, not a clue. And I only found that out a couple weeks ago, so there's that. And I'm grown. I should have known that. That's why you only use a minute amount. A minute amount. Because, woo, tell you what, during the during the plague that we went through, where imports and exports weren't happening anywhere, and all the things, and it was so hard to find. Don't you know, I went on Amazon and ordered the pickled ginger and the wasabi. I sure did, because I couldn't find it in the store. And I paid too much for it, but I sure did get it on Amazon because I was not prepared to ride out a plague without my pickled ginger and wasabi. Like, it just wasn't going to happen. So that's where I went. But listen, y'all, I'm going to get off here. And I'm going to think up and look for some more good recipes to give y'all tomorrow. And I'm not going to stay up late tonight. So I won't be late to coffee hour tomorrow, because I'm not going to lie, I stayed up probably till 4 o'clock this morning. Like, that's just dumb, because whatever folks do in the middle of the night, there's nothing I can do about it. And it'll just interrupt my sleep. So I'm going to start getting to sleep at an earlier hour. Are you going to bed soon, just me? Okay. I know, imperfect. I did that. And it caused me not to crawl out of bed until 11:45 today. And that's just crazy. Because I like to be up and hopping about at least by 9 o'clock. I'm lucky, I guess. Well, Bubbles, I was just getting off here. And is everything going the way it should where you're at, Bubbles? Like, fingers crossed and sending you all the love and everything, honey. But I'm going to get off here and get some stuff done. I got to put some laundry away and wash my bed clothes. Y'all know what bed clothes are, don't you? Sheets and blankets. Bed clothes. I'm so old. Oh, well. And I'll see y'all around. Oh, summer break. Isn't it wonderful, Myrna? Wait, somebody's requesting a box. Hold on. Oh, it's Bubbles. Hey,
Guys, I had the best results. They just now came in. The nurse hasn't even come in yet. I don't have to stay.
yay!
I mean, technically, I could get a small bolus of magnesium, but I'm in the lowest it should be. So, but I don't need either one. I don't need potassium or magnesium. So whoever prayed, thank you. I get
Hey,
to go the hell home.
y'all,
I can't believe it. This is only the second time in 2.5 years I got to leave.
yeah, I'm so happy.
I mean, they had to come flush my port, but I'm just super excited. I can go home and make tater tot casserole.
Yes, yes. Make sure you have the cream of celery soup.
I've gotten to the point, I go through phases with food. Sometimes, like for a while, I could eat broccoli or cooked broccoli. I'm not supposed to have any fresh fruits or vegetables. There's a few that don't bother me, but for the longest time, I couldn't eat broccoli, and then all of a sudden, I could eat it again.
Well,
And then all of a sudden, now, soup or chicken broth base, I don't know, it tears my Crohn's up something awful.
oh
So
my,
I've substituted to using cream of celery, and I've been using veggie stock instead of chicken stock. So,
oh wow.
but I'm gonna stop and get me a block of. I need a block of cheddar cheese to shred.
Yeah, whatever kind of cheese you want to put on it. Whatever kind, just use. Oh, a coconut cream. Oh,
I just
Oh,
came
my
up to
mom
say
loves it.
prayers have been answered and congratulations to you.
no, that's
Thank you, Bedazzled. I appreciate all the prayers.
yeah, sodium. If they just issued a tornado warning over here where I'm at, and I understood, I thought I moved away from that because I lived in tornado.
I saw that on the news when I was in the waiting room. No, sodium, it's not the sodium because I consume sodium, but it's just the joy of Crohn's. Sometimes something will bother me, and then other times.
Y'all
You got a
pray.
tornado warning actually right now, Moonbeam?
Yeah, me and Kendra.
You guys be safe, okay? Now I'm going to say it. Everybody say a prayer for Moonbeam and Kendra and everybody else in harm's way.
Well, I'm gonna hide under the house. Oh,
But I need that heparin flush. I just need a heparin flush to
I'll
have
have to
the
go get it.
access.
I'll have to go get it.
Okay, I'm jumping down, driving home, but stay safe, you guys.
okay. Well, you too.
Okay, I'll be home. I was so excited. Okay, guys. I know, I couldn't believe it.
I'm so happy for you. Oh, bless it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get off here and I gotta put my porch chairs up and everything. So we're probably gonna get some windy winds and things. So, which is weird for this area. It's strange. Okay. Really, it's all it's gonna do is just turn into a thunderstorm. That's all. But anyway, because it's cloudy, it's getting cool, and there's a breeze. That's all that's going on with me right now. But we got thunder showers coming at some point. So let me get off here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Wait, what? I will, Dirty Dan. I will. Sweet baby. Okay.